Hey everyone, today we got on the list T-34-1, Chinese Tier 7 medium tank. I can tell you I had some good games in this tank and I obviously had some bad games. Because even after the buff, he's not really super good tank, doesn't have really quite good armors or quite good gun. Obviously, there is one option, which is having top gun and obviously load the Chuki. But we were trying to mark this tank without Chuki, which have 175 millimeters of penetration with 250 alpha. That's not really great, and DPM is not high as well. Dispersion is not really super great. Aiming time is quite long. Reload time is quite long. So, trust me, guys, if you want to try to free market, it's gonna be a little bit something to do because, as much I know, he's at the moment one of the highest expectations at tier 7 non-premium tank, medium. But you can make easier your life by tabbing the Chuki, which is way better, which is 235 millimeters of penetration and it's APCR rounds. As you can see, that's extra 200 over extra 200 millimeters of shell velocity and extra quite a lot of penetration. It's too difficult to count for me. It's just too many numbers. But as you can see yourself, it's just way better option too. Like always. Now, I was using in this tank Vance, Rhymer, and yes, optics. Because by using optics, I have 473 view range. Keep that in mind. I have on my commander Raycon, and I have also on my loader situational awareness. That's a dodgy name, but I pronounced that almost good. Almost good. As you know, I'm a player where I love to have a view range, and in this medium, I were trying to play as a light tank, kind of, or at least to have a real nice view range. And as you can see, we were had a 932 on average assistance plus UK damage, which makes almost 3,000. Not almost, now, really, almost 3,000 combined. And that's quite good because requirements to free market is only 2.3 almost. No, actually, almost. It's quite high requirements for this kind of tank. Trust me. So, but if you are not player like me, you can always take modified configuration, which gonna protect your gas tank and your armor rock, and you're gonna get increased repair speed. Trust me, it's quite good choice because he's getting set on fire or armor rock quite often. Trust me. Or instead of this, you can go to improved aiming, which is quite good. As you heard that before, he doesn't have really great gun, quite awful dispersion, so you're gonna reduce your dispersion by having this thing on. So, moving next, we got field modifications. And talking about all those ammo rocks and so on, this is the first option where you can increase your durability of ammo rocks, and that's why I choose that, and that's why I didn't use configurations. Because of this option, I decided to take protection of my ammo rock and protection of my engine, so that helps a lot to not get set on fire or do not get the ammo rock. Or you can actually take a gun traverse speed. You can increase your gun traverse speed, which is also a good option, but yeah, I would not recommend you guys that, but it depends on you. Yeah. Moving next, we got option between reducing dispersion or reducing dispersion on the move or during full traverse. As you know, it's a medium tank, so more often you're gonna try to do dodgy things and move on and left, right, you know. So obviously there will be options when you're gonna snipe, but I think so by reducing by -3% on during movement and during the full traverse, it's really good choice rather than just go down by 0.02 with dispersion. So I choose on a move, and I think so that's quite good choice. Now, moving next, number 5, the last one choice. We have between increasing our camo, but we're gonna reduce our reverse speed or suspension repair time. So I don't care really about camo. It's a little bit quite big percentage increase. If you're a passive player, I would recommend you camo, obviously, but I choose suspension repair time to make it, well, basically even better, and reverse speed, which is quite important in some dodgy situations, to fall back and act really quickly. So yeah, and yeah, as always, my casual layout, brother in arms, view range fully, repairs, two freeze perks, and then fire extinguisher, and obviously gun handling, increase the gun handling as much as possible. And that was yeah, my setup of my T-34-1. Now, like always, we're gonna jump in the battle and we're gonna check out what and how we were playing with this. Not really a super great tank. I will rate this tank 6 out of 10. Trust me, 6, no more. Maybe 6.5. Anyway, let's jump to the battle and let's see what we have over there. Let's go to the battle, and hello everyone once again, me, GP. We got today on the list T-34-1. Decent tank. No, really. Wargaming recently buffed it, but I would say he need a little bit more buff or gun depression or a little bit more armors. Anyway, we're gonna review this battle and we're gonna see what kind of tank he is and what kind of things he's able to make in the game. So he looks quite pretty, I would say. Looks Russian, but it's not. Keep that in mind. And today in the battle we got tier 8 matchmaking. Tier 8 matchmaking, and we are obviously without gold, and it's gonna be quite dodgy because it's 175 millimeters of penetration only. But it is what it is. So first of all, we're not pushing castle, we're not going to the middle. You can have guys early spotting damage. How to get it? You can go by this corner, yeah, and there is a tree over there, straight this way. That beautiful oak tree over there. You can break it. If you break it, you will have camo. Keep that in mind. So, in my opinion, I would break it. I was doing something interesting over there. Probably I was volume up the sounds. Anyway, so let's see. We're breaking the tree, we're getting a little bit camo on, and we're trying to outspot the guys who's trying to pick and come here by crossing. There's someone just break the tree, we spotted it, and let's wait. And we got first Eagle 7 coming crossing. Now let's hope so our team gonna do some crossfire. There is the second one, T-29. Imagine, now you just need to imagine if in that position would be someone who can actually deal damage. That would be really great. But unfortunately it's not the case. Someone doing damage, which is good. We're receiving 200. And finally, Ruhmov find the shot to King Tiger, and we got extra 458. I had a couple games where I actually had like between 2 or 4, even 5,000 spotting damage in the beginning of the game, because this position is quite broken comparing enemy side. Anyway, that's it. We cannot do any more spotting damage, so we decide to relocate. One for Eagle before we left, and he's dead. Lovely. As you can see, all heavies basically arrived, so no point to take that position anymore. And plus, we don't have a gun depression either, so keep that in mind. I was trying to do some pressure on the heavies, and because my heavies was really a bit struggling. As you can see, my Tiger is one-shotable and he's picking it. And You managed to give one and fall back, which is good. And the enemy tiger is not able anymore to pick like you were trying to pick because I'm next to my tiger. So my tiger got support, which is really important. In the background, there is a T-29 who's trying to support his teammate, and we're gonna try to side scrape. Keep that in mind. This tank is quite good on side scrape. If enemy doesn't know that your basically turret doesn't have armors, you can side scrape and you're gonna absorb the shell or bounce the shell or whatever. I had many times that I actually managed to bounce like that. Anyway, we got one easy shot to T-29, tiger enemy picking, he's dying, we shot over there, the magical fairy of I don't know where the shell gone, show up in our game, and then try to do one more. We receive one shot from T-29 and we seeing one bad thing. What are we seeing? We're seeing no map control. We lost the 1 and 2nd line, then third. We basically lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. Half of the map we don't control anymore, and heavy line as well we didn't win. One faraway shot to T-34-2. Obviously the gun said nope, because gun is not really super great. One more blind. Totally not. Went to the ground instead of where I supposed to shoot. But it is what it is. KV4 doing piri-piri to the middle of the open. And as I mentioned already, we got 175 million per second rotation. Yeah, that sounds really powerful. I know, but yeah, it is what it is. We track KV4. We bounce KV4. And one more to KV4. Boom! We actually managed to penetrate. That's really impressive. Enemy start cap. Enemy lighting also pushing left side. So what I decide to do, I decide to go next to the cap circle because trust me, it's 8 to 9. It's quite equal. But I decide to push that light tank, which is really important. He's gonna be a big problem for us because we finally win the heavy line. So I decided to push the light tank and try to kill him. Meanwhile, try to spot someone who's in the cap circle because sooner or later we're gonna cap or light tank will start to crossfire us. So let's check it out. Can we do it? Light tank spotted. We want 1 high explosions, 300, and our high explosions have 330 penetration, but we low roll. We're killing the light tank. 2 guys on the cap circle, and we got still 2 guys remaining on our side. I was still gonna try to spot someone who's in the cap circle. Let's see, 7 seconds left. We spot 26 Echo 4. We got really low penetration. Someone shoot him. Lovely. We reset the cap. Good. Our spotting damage check, and I'm quite proud of that. I don't know what I'm not proud of that shot, but it is what it is. We just managed to get like roughly 1,500 spotting damage, which is very important. And one more for T-34/2, and finally I have a gun set. You're welcome, and we take it as a man. And Sue doing pressure, 1 snapshot because this game is basically over. A little bit more spotting damage. One more to T-26 at 4. We did 1 shot and Sue killing us. That was a game where not really we can do something. We did our best and it's actually 10 to 14, which is really nice. And once again my turret turning because it's creepy things going on in this game. Nothing to look about that. All good. The brave guy left. The only kind of the bravest person, which is Artie. No, we didn't lose. 1 to 15. It's 10 to 15. Quite nice game, and we have 1,600 damage plus spotting damage. As you can see, in some cases, if you're playing as a bottom tier, or not almost, but almost bottom tier, you can play as a light tank. You can provide your spotting damage for your teammates, and that's gonna increase your luck of winning the game. But no, in this case, unfortunately, this is what it is. This is our lovely game, and let's see the results, and thank you so much.